What? Here's an idea. If you're gonna write something and comment on a video, think very, very succinctly of what you're trying to convey. I know that your brain hurts whilst trying to spew anything that's political, but other than that, you sound like a fucking dumbass with this comment.
Don't be that way. You need to
Oh my goodness.
I love those couple. Those two are awesome. If I was still drinking, I would buy them both a drink for free. Cause that Karen started and she was making fake accusations about that dude of him trying to steal her phone, which was all bullshit. But then again, it was so satisfying to see the whole ending of that video.
In 1792, the monarchies of Europe would declare...
Well, I figured since I'm on the road tonight with all the history facts that I know from the top of my head, even though I misspoke in some videos, suffice to say, I have an interesting fact for this one. Now, by the time Napoleon came into power in the late 18th century, was that all the monarchies in Europe, particularly with the British overall, didn't declare war on France in general. All of them, from during the 1790s all the way to Napoleon's final defeat at Waterloo in 1815, they all declare war on one specific individual, which was Napoleon. And arguably, that's, in my opinion, that has to be like the only time in history that nation states actually declare war on an individual, not the country itself or its people. And I find that fascinating to me, in which I can understand why the Napoleonic Wars dragged on for nearly 3 decades. Yeah. Just wait till you master it, my friend. You're doing good, not bad, you know? I'm just giving you a little motivation. When you master it, then perhaps I can espouse to you in Spanish all the curse words that I learned when I was a kid. So I could show you how bombastic I can be in Spanish. If you use AI to write a book, let alone use it to paint, you're just a lazy sack of shit. Okay? That's said and done. Because I have a learning disability. Like, I take my time when I write, and I check and double check and triple check if everything's succinctly correctly. Succinctly correctly. Stupid speech impediment, but that's my point of it. Like, I don't need a fucking machine to do all that for me, especially when I write my books. And since I'm still in college getting my masters, I fucking break my own back and my own mind to do everything correctly with the writing that I'm required to do, and I excel with that. I don't need a fucking machine to tell me how to get the answers very quick. No está mal, mi amigo. Solo te le doy un poco de motivación.
Okay, get the fuck on. The fuck?
Now, go back and watch the video, but I just have to say this. Like, even though I don't have any experience in dating women, because I like men, this is why I don't really understand. Like, in my experience, when it comes to dating, like, I've always been rejected in one way or another. And in my defense, I've done that as well to some guys that I've encountered in my dating experience, merely because they had the same tendency like this dude, but more intense per se, as per being really, really creepy. But this is not about me, but I just want to make this tidbit about it. When someone says no, in terms of trying to, if you want to date them, It means no. That's it. But for some reason, dudes like him and dudes that I have encountered so far in the last several years always have this propensity in some fashion to get really irate if you said the word no. Now, like, I don't speak for anybody. I speak for myself, and when I get into predicaments like that, like my calmness or me being cordial at best goes right out the fucking window. Cause the second that someone wants to be aggressive towards me, I'm gonna become a real fucking prick, and that's how I manage to avoid a lot of stupid situations. And one way or another, it's always been successful, you know. Yeah, man, I really do deserve it. You gotta forgive the growling. That's my little dog right there by the window. You know, being a being a bully towards the other neighborhood dogs. And I'm also hanging out with this other guy right here. Right, Bandy? Ah, okay, Mr. Conceited. You wanna look at the camera. But other than that, like, I think this is like the first time in years, like I have my confidence being rebuilt after so much heartache and so much nonsense, especially with my health issues as well. Cause like the last 3 years have been a utter mess for me, dude. But you do have a point though. Like I am a survivor, and I know how to be capable to understand things with myself, uh, in particular, and manage a lot of things, despite my opinions to it. Even though I get really irritated